Alrighty, here we go. So if you see here in the notes, you can tell that yes, this essay is going to get the contextualization points, the CX, as well as the TH for the thesis. Now, the thesis is here at this bottom, this last sentence. It says, for the large land-based empires in Afro-Eurasia, the train and steam engine allowed for a tighter control. So it's answering that question of what was the extent to which the railroads affected the empire building process. Well, yes, it affected it and allowed for tighter control of the territory. So that's going to be the valid thesis. Now, you can't use a sentence for two different purposes. So this sentence now has to be out of the reader's view for the point of whether they get the contextualization or not. And they still gave it to them. They gave it to the student for this one point here, probably just because it mentions that railroads allow for a more efficient movement of people's goods and ideas around the world. It's probably really borderline. This is really, really weak. Had they used the one or two sentences for background and then one or two sentences for time period, it would have been much clearer, much stronger. But let's go down to another one. Let's see another example. All right. In Afro-Eurasia, between 1860 and 1918, railroads greatly benefited the process of empire building. That's bad. This is just restating the question. The use and construction of railroads did so by allowing different regions of the world to interact, provide reliable transportation, allowed the poor to work, and drew ideas and ambitions together. That's a pretty decent sentence, but it's definitely answering the question in the way you would for a thesis. Then look at this bottom paragraph, this bottom sentence. Railroads expanded all the way from Cairo to Cape Town, South Africa, as an example of how unbarbaric. That's too specific. This should be in the body paragraphs. So let's see how this student did with their first paragraph. Okay, yes. They have given them 1 point for thesis. They're going to get it for this sentence right here. They're answering the question to an extent. But remember, you can't double dip. So you can't use this sentence now when you're looking for contextualization. And really, this first sentence is just a throwaway. It just restates the question. It's worthless. And then this third sentence is too specific. It's not really placing it within the broader historical context. This is dealing with the documents that they're given. All right, let's look at one more example. Okay, the Industrial Revolution is perhaps the defining backbone of modern history, with the beginnings of the Western dominance, social upheaval, political reorganization, and technological innovation. Holy cow. Okay, that's a really, really good sentence about what the industrialization as a whole did. That's going to be great contextualization right there. During this time, nationalism and imperialism were developed, leading to the creation of large empires which possessed colonies and territories within Afro-Eurasia. That would earn it too. They're going to have it doubly over. The advent of the railroad and its use within Afro-Eurasia profoundly bolstered, they are answering that question of how much it affected it, bolstered the establishment of these empires, enabling military transportation, allowing for economic operation, and diffusing and unifying cultures, yet it also caused friction between European and Asian nations and cultures. Holy cow, this is going to kill it. All right, let's go down here and see. And sure enough, there's the contextualization. There's the thesis. This is a dream for a reader. This is a beautiful first paragraph. But you can see how it is following the rules that I'm giving you. It's having 1 to 2 sentences of background, 1 to 2 sentences about the time period and how that's relevant, and then it is ending 1 to 2 sentences with a fine thesis. And that is how I insist that you write the essays for me.